Hey guys, have you ever wondered what it's like to be working with Claude Code or any other AI platform? When the cameras are not rolling, you see these guys on YouTube and it looks like they're working in the Matrix or something. But here's what it really looks like for my setup whenever I am working on a project with Claude. I have a pro subscription, which means that I have session time limits because I run out of tokens for a session. Then I've got free time to kill till the next session, or I got to pay for more. Anyway, this is a project I'm working on right now. Over here, this is actually Claude running in a folder, or project folder, and it is building out my intelligence gathering network, if you want to call it that. This is just a YouTuber over here that I follow her because I like the way she teaches on her videos. Her format for teaching, I like the way she does it. So that's why she's sitting over here. I was watching that for a while in between answering questions. Let me scoot this over just a little bit so you can see it. Right now, it's trying to build a Python file for me, and it's asking me for permission to do each step. So when you trust it enough to know that you know what it's doing, you can click on the second one, which says keep going. Don't ask again for this specific question. But every roadblock permissions level, it has to be, he'll have to stop and ask you. Unless you use one of those, I consider them dangerous autonomy commands, where you just say, just do it. I am not to the point where I trust it enough to just say, let's do it. But I am at a point where I can say yes and don't ask again. Otherwise, every time this particular question comes up, it's going to ask again and again. So this will save some time and let it do its thing. So as you can see, it is celebrating. Claude Code does different kinds of words for as I guess entertainment for watching it think. So just thinking, just saying it's thinking and thinking and thinking. Well, so let's see the pure Python fetch works. 12 newsletters pulled in straight from Gmail. So it's scanning my Gmail account for all the newsletter I subscribe to. It's basically digesting the newsletters and pulling out the content that thinks I would like to read and understand, or it saves me a lot of time and not having to go through every single newsletter and pick out the parts that I would normally want to read. So here is in between whenever I am at a session limit, wait for it to reset, or I'm just waiting for Claude to do something. And what you saw over here was actually, this is my remote PC. You can't see it here, but that's my remote PC. This is a standalone PC just for Claude. It was an old PC that I repurposed. It's good enough to run Claude, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to buy a new one. So here's two other conversations I'm working on at the exact same time. I've got Claude AI, the web-based version of Claude, running here trying to figure out how I can retarget my current project to other possible sources of content. So right now it's trying to figure out a video script for me to create a video about one piece of my build out. And so I ask it to give me a 10-minute script in my voice because it has my voice MD file for a 10-minute video that I can put on my YouTube channel, this channel, the one you're watching now. And so I can have this one doing something. Then I opened up a ChatGPT session because I like getting different points of view. And this right here is my folder on ChatGPT for projects I can build in a weekend that will build up my project portfolio. I'm looking to make a project within 24 hours over the course of a weekend. Is using parts of my bigger project that Claude is working on right now that are already built. It can be repurposed as not only a portfolio project to show potential employers or clients, but can also be a paid product as a standalone web app. What I'm looking through. So look through my repo. I have a GitHub repo with the whole project in it. And so look, it's got the analyzer, the autonomy, most of these things, channels. This is the channels, YouTube channels that I follow. Classifier. This classifies all the channels into different categories depending on what they talk about. The downloader, the funnel, all this stuff is all part of that one big Claude project. So that's what this is working on right now, is analyzing my entire GitHub for potential weekend projects that I can build out as portfolio pieces and potential long-term moneymakers. And then, of course, I've got my LinkedIn going on here. You can see all these other conversations I got going on that I randomly go back to in order to revisit old ideas. If I don't keep them open up here, then I will tend to forget them. And so that's why they're all open. So every once in a while, I'll go back over here and visit my Bitcoin charts to see what's going on with Bitcoin. So it's hard for me to sit still when I have downtime. So in between sessions, I work on this type of project for the weekend, work on this type of project for my YouTube channel, look at my content on LinkedIn to see how much engagement I'm getting and see if anybody's actually responding to my content so I can figure out what works and what doesn't work. And then, of course, I have all these other chats that are just reminders to tell me. I got my little tool right here, which monitors how much session time I have left. I have used up 57% of this current session. This little tool is called Claude Karma, and it monitors how much space or how many tokens I have left. So if I use up everything, I have to wait 4 more hours for it to reset to be able to use Claude again. Claude AI, Claude Code, Cowork. Oh, and just a little tidbit: those people who talk about using Cowork to do all kinds of things, I think they're doing a misservice because they are. Sorry, my phone's ringing. They're not telling you how much Cowork, how fast it eats through all your tokens, your whatever plan you have. It goes through it quick. Anyway, that was just a little quick and dirty. Show you behind the scenes. That's what happens when you're really using Claude, trying to max it out.